or line from your JCI trainer on the training. And please do not put any watermarks or logos. Only raw photos will be accepted. No selfies and group selfies. And entries will be screened by NPMAR, NSG Christian, and NBRJ. So you will get, whoever wins gets a $1,000 pesos, 1,000 pesos voucher that can be used in the JCI Philippines merchandise store, care of MD Scott Valencia. So, sana na. Okay. Okay, the next slide. So there's also an award for those who will be joining our National Training Month implementation. So for best local organization, you need to do these things. So there are point system. I think we shared it over Viber. We will share it again. So the highest number of points will be presented a plaque at NatCon. So they'll receive a plaque and a token during NatCon. So there are points if you host and co-host. For the regional training, you can see 2 points per recruit. May points then na 5 points for hosting plus a point per attendee from chapter. So there are points for hosting, points for everything there. So i-verify ko yan, and then i-verify din ni ATD. So we appreciate if there are more collaborations, or if you want to co-host a regional training this February other than this coming Saturday, just let us know. Because there's also a Best Regional Training Month implementation na we will not really focus on, but we will just focus on the best local organizations. We'll be just doing one OTI and one regional training to make sure na yung best local organization yung mag-shine. Shine. So yun. So hopefully, you try your best to do the best local organization during the training month implementation. So this program is only for February. So we will resend all these materials again to the Viber groups and to our sec to promote. So there. And we would like to thank all LOs for really helping us with the first area council meeting and the first Abante training. Thank you very much. Well, that's all. So for the first area council meeting, there were 57 attendees. The first 83. Wow. 83. For first Abante training, 60 attendees represented by some members of the area 2. So, okay, so we have 60 attendees for Abante training. And for the first metro area Abante, we would also again thank JCI Manila for providing the speakers for motivational talk, financial literacy, and how data science can enhance business. And we would like to also thank JCI Ortigas for accommodating us with their outside facilitator for Conmery. So thank you very much. So here's our Abante training photo and sample of our Abante training with VP Lek. There. So thank you everyone, and I solicit a motion to approve my report of the regional training director.
There a motion to approve the report of RTDRA.
Motion to approve.
I move to accept RTDRA's report.
Any seconds?
Second.
Any seconds? JCI Manila? Any discussion? Amendment? JCI Alabang?
You said that there's free yung sa OTI. What if, let's say I have a member who's just accompanying a recruit, but he's not going to the afternoon training? Does he still need to pay $500?
The member, yes.
Okay.
Yes. This is just to because if we're gonna compute at the end, we will have to divide among the co-hosts also. Yeah. the member would have to pay. But the recruit is free.
We'll just push him to attend after.
Yes. Para sulit. Para sulit, yes.
And sorry, one more. And you said let's try to get at 6. Actually, Press Irene told me that yung sa invitation niya 5:30 yung kanyang registration. She wants to start kasi at 6. So, I mean, just for
All the speakers are here. So,
Oh.
so Press Joey coordinators and we
Pasay lang naman yun.
Okay. Okay.
So at least malapit na.
This is noted. The time.
Thank you, Press I. So any more discussions? Amendments? Objections? Hearing none? The report of RTDRA is hereby accepted. Okay, for our next item, what we will do here, we will be listing down, what we'll do is we'll be listing down all the activities of the region, and we'll be opening the floor for any volunteers or nominations for the host. And then we will also discuss if you would like to do any other regional activities aside from what we will be tackling later. And then lastly, under 6.4.E, the Metro South Sports Team.
Nice.
Because late on the first day of ACM kasi AreaCon will be the inter-region sports competition. So hindi papatalo ang Metro South. There will only be like 3 games. So we will start first with the regional council meetings. I would like to call our secrep to take down so siguro we'll try to do this as informal na lang as we can. So for the second regional council meeting, it's actually hosted by Press Isa of JCI Meeting. So will there be any other volunteers for the second? After, that's the first week of May, or last week of April. So that's the one. So if later on if wala, it will only be JCI Meeting. So third RCM, first volunteer is JCI Pasay, and then regional training is JCI Ortigas. So will there be anyone else who would like to co-host with Pasay, or would you like to revoke your hosting? Okay. So we will now open the floor for any volunteers who would like to host the third regional council meeting.
Fort Bonifacio.
Fort Bonifacio. Okay. Any other host? JCI Makati. Okay, so I think 2 is enough. For regional training, it's now for the second regional training for the second quarter. Ikaw rin ba? JCI Alabang also, or would like to open it to others?
Wait.
Because what we
A suggestion ko sana maybe somebody from Paranaque. Para
so
if naman plan. Pero I mean, unless somebody wants to. So
what we can do, like what we did this first quarter, we can have it on a separate day so that the presidents can also attend the regional training, diba? So it will all be up to the host naman, if you want to do it separately or on the same day, if you will be hosting both events. So yeah, just for the record, so no.
but if let's say ayaw ni Paranaque, I guess we're okay. Kasi mas maganda yung same we can play it by ear during the day. I mean, a few weeks before, may gusto mo
Thank you, Press Isa. Now for the regional business forums, I'm only suggesting we do it twice, at most. It would be nice if we at least two. Diba? I am encouraging this sana because it will also be convenient for the LOs kasi you'll be required to host a business seminar which will require at least 20 non-JCI members. So it's very ideal that you collab for this. That's why I'm pushing for a regional business forum or business seminar. But the co-hosting guideline for this under PAYA is the number of co-hosts, you multiply that times 20. So that's the expected attendance. So it's like you're just trying to pool together your efforts and your money and your time in doing the event. But then the number of attendees will stay the same. So yeah. So we still don't have any hosts for the first half of the year. And then so yeah, so 2. So maybe you try to ano na lang, there won't be any volunteers. So this will be from January to March. So when we yung first,
okay.
and then the second half is April to June. Because I
End of
know
March.
July is bid season, so para it won't be very busy.
Lapit.
I suggest also that you will try to collab, not just one LO, because it will be easier for everyone. So if you won't have any volunteers now, JCI second half JCI Manila niya, thank you.
Business forum.
Business forum. So those who will volunteer now will be the lead chapter. So it's up to you if you can negotiate na lang if you will get co-host. So at least you'll be the point person for the second half. For the first,
Will be the first.
The co-host will second half
But that's second day. So
second.
they need one for the first.
first. Okay.
So we'll do the
We'll
first.
do it.
Okay, thank you, JCI Fort Bonifacio. So JCI Fort Bonifacio will be the lead.
When will that be?
Up to you, basta natin na
Hanggang
March
March.
31. So next is other regional activities. Would you like to do other regional activities like a regional community development program or like a regional sports and all? If not, if none naman, we can stick with the 3 aside from the council meeting. So maybe something for you to think about then, and then we can tackle this around. Now for the Metro South sports team, hooray! We will need we will need 3 leads, 1 for all men's basketball. We will also need a volleyball team, but not sure pa if they would separate boys or it will be a mixed team or ladies, men's team for volleyball. And the last competition will be for badminton, doubles men and doubles women. So what we will be needing now is a lead chapter per sports. So either a basketball team, volleyball, badminton. So if you're the lead chapter, this doesn't mean that all of the players will come from your chapter. So as the lead, you'll be the one who will encourage sign-ups, tryouts, up to you with however you want to do this. And then so you will also be the point person for the area, just in case they will ask for a meeting for that particular competition. The competition kasi will be done on the first day of AreaCon. So it is, I think, the first activity of AreaCon. So this is actually the replacement of Mamo. So unlike 2 years ago, there's still the mini metro area mini Olympics, and then last year they AVP, now NB Mark, turned it to a basketball league lang. So now AVP John would like to add 2 other competitions and include it in the AreaCon agenda. So there, we'll open the floor. Basketball all men's. So mukhang ang girls wala na. So anyone? Last I heard is 15 players. But the list will be submitted ahead of time. But then any of the 15 will have to play naman. So yun, the uniforms dapat syempre Metro South League. Yay! So there, basketball. Volunteers from the chapters with men.
We'll take it na.
Yay! Thank you, JCI Manila. Hint, nudge, nudge. Thank you. Thank you, JCI Manila. How about volleyball? We'll have to ask for 1 lang. So volleyball, there are 6 players. So I'm not sure if they will require 12 members who will play. So mix, pwede to with yung ladies or ano. So if mangyayari, if there will be a lot more women players for volleyball, we will push the area to just make it an all-women volleyball competition. So any takers for volleyball? None. Okay, so we'll ask them again. So for badminton, doubles men, doubles women. Any badminton players, or if you know anyone who will be, you don't have to provide the players from your LO naman, so it's really just coordinating. So none. So we'll discuss this na lang in the second RCF. So hopefully we'll have a volunteer. So first, first day of area calls. September. So just to formalize everything, I would like to call our SecRef to reiterate all the things discussed so that we can include it in our minutes.
Thank you, RBP. For the regional council meetings, for the second league, probably fall on last week of April or first week of May. The lead shop for Salabang, thank you. And still work out with the regional training. As noted, we will discuss this with Paranaque. And for the third league, that will be on July. The lead chapters are Fort Bonifacio and JCI Makati. Thank you. And the lead chapter for regional training, JCI Ortigas. Then for the regional business forum, for the first lead, that will be all on January to March. The lead chapter is the Fort Bonifacio Taguig. And for the second lead, fall on April to June, JCI Manila. Thank you. For Metro South Sport teams, for basketball, the lead chapter is JCI Manila. For volleyball and badminton is none yet. For now, we will discuss further on the second general regional council meeting. And I solicit motion to approve the Metro South activities and teams.
Is there a motion to accept the list of Metro South activities, hosts, and teams? JCI Perlas Pasay.
I move that the Metropolitan Resource listed.
Thank you. Any seconds? JCI Makati, JCI Manilena. Any discussions? Amendments? Objections? Hearing none. The Metro South activities, hosts, and teams for the first quarter is hereby accepted. Now for my report, I shall relinquish my gavel to our secretary.
I accept.
Okay, so for this one, for the updates of the 2020 JCPEA, there's actually a revision as of January 30. We have included all the items that NP Mark David would like to be included in the efficiency program. So I hope everyone has the link to this Google Sheet. So everything that's highlighted yellow are the ones that you need to comply if you want to achieve a platinum efficiency. So the changes now is actually the increase in membership and membership retention. The increase in membership of 20% is no longer required. Okay. To get platinum, so the 30 points will just be considered as a bonus. So before I continue, I hope everyone was able to attend the ACM where we discussed this. No, if not, siguro press power. We'll just have to discuss na lang. So an addition is the membership retention of 30 points. So this means that if you retain the same number, for example, JCI Ortigas 2019 members paid was 57. If the LO was able to pay at least the same amount, you get 30. So just if you increase your membership to 20%, that's a total of additional 60 points. So, but for you to get the increase in membership, it has to be 20%. So the 30. Okay. Under standard one also, the purchase of JCI merchandise will still be strictly included in the platinum level, still at 5,000 worth of purchase for 5 points. So here, so from for the JCIP Wall of Honor, NP Mark increased the points from 5 to 10 points na siya per 10,000 worth of purchase, or practically one label. If for those who don't know the Wall of Honor, it's the one you will see the walls sa second floor ng JCI headquarters. There are nameplates there. So one nameplate, so it can be either a person or an LO or a BOD of an LO. So that's worth 10 pesos. 10,000 pesos. But this is not a required item for platinum.
Is there a certain, ay, sorry, pwede mo
Sige, okay lang. I-inform natin na.
Ano, parang, what's the criteria to get like, something like that?
Just have to like pay for it.
Pay for it. You can ask from Miss Niza. And then,
Lalagay yung pangalan.
yes, request. If you, when you visit the JCIP headquarters, you will see sometimes it, 2017 BOD, or just name of the person. Yeah, that would be nice for press gear. So yun,
Pero it's
so,
only 1 year. Because after 1 year, wala
no,
na
andun na siya.
siya. Forever.
Forever. Oo, you will see na. So I don't know if this will increase the purchases of the Wall of Honor badges. So we'll see. Aakyat na ng third floor yung Wall of Honor natin. So next is, for Upland Kaagapay, this is now required. If you will review the PEA, the standard, the Upland Kaagapay is included under Standard 1 and Standard 5, which are the impact projects. So for Standard 1, it's imperative that you donate at least 3,000 for the whole year. So like it was discussed last ACM, what if you just donated 1,000? So when you report it, just combine all the screenshots. Make sure it's clear, the dates are clear and the amount. So you just need at least 3,000 for the whole year.
What if yung dinonate is in time? For example, mass, pero may resibo sa mass. Okay lang.
Mass?
Mass.
Mass.
Face mass.
Um, Kasi there's another Upland Kaagapay under Standard 5, which is the donation in kind or an activation.
Okay. So this one is really
Just cash.
Okay.
So they made it convenient naman. They're actually pushing for cash donations because, for example, if the OK activation is Area 5, it's easier for them to send help. That's why NP wants sana na cash.
Tapos ano yung start mo?
Yeah, ano yung start niya?
Ng October pa na doon?
Yes, October.
Okay.
So anything
Pero
from
accumulated siya.
accumulated for the year. So anything from October to September 20. Feel free to ask questions. So for Standard 2, which are the admin docs, it's the same naman, there's not much change. So I hope you were all able to comply with the January 31, but it was extended to February 15. So the local membership list naman is due pa on April. But for the rest, I hope you will take advantage of the extension of the deadline. So for Standard 3, as a tip, since you are required for a 40% total number of declared members in attendance for at least 6 months, you have to gauge if you will increase your membership or not. So I discussed this also with Ortiga. So make sure what are your priorities. Although there's a push for increasing in total count, but I know the membership attendance is really difficult, especially for bigger chapters like JCI Manila. So you have there's nothing really we can do now with this requirement. So talagang 6 siya. So but the period naman is from October last year up until September. So you can still do your last GMM at September, so that your efficiency of platinum can be counted ng NAPCON. So same pa rin naman siya. We cannot change this then kasi parang it will be hard to because this has been a practice last year then. So the 40% was introduced last year. So if it's doable last year, maybe it's still doable now. But then the hard and fast rule now is at least like 6 GMMs na 40%. So the application naman ng count is whatever is the total number you paid for that particular month. For example, you just availed of the early bird in October, and then sa March pa kayo magdadagdag for your voting strength or for your membership strength. So for example, kung 25 lang, 25 times 40% lang yung required to GMM. So parang March. Until the time you increase. So you want to go up to category 2. And then for example, you paid March 31. So April 1 onwards, that's minimum of 46 times 40% na. So that can be a strategy for you. So But unless you, of course, you already advanced the payment of your members. So, there. For RCM and ACM, make sure talaga na meron kayong representative because it's a requirement if you want to gain platinum. But there's still also the gold and silver, bronze. It's still up to what you want to achieve and what are your goals for your LO. And the hosting of RCM and ACM is now not required. So, I'm sorry guys kung na-push tayong lahat to collab. Pero at least, you already have an automatic 10 points under the standard. So, there. Okay, so another change is, ito guys, if you remember nung ACM, ang required lang ay 1 is 1-1. So, 1 president, 1 member. NP Mark wishes to, na dapat 10, 3 at 10 members. Baliktad ko, sorry guys. 10 points pala. Ito, this one. So, 10 members sa area con
Wow.
to hit platinum. So from 1:1, ginawa ni NP 10. So that's excluding you pa. So that's 11. So ang rationale din kasi dito is mahihirapan ang area con host. So and then he was saying na previously naman it's also like this. It's not really just one member that's required. Sometimes you really have to send more. For example, kami sa Ortigas, we needed 25 members to attend just to hit platinum. That was with the old system. So at least ito, it's very defined. Minimum 10. So the area con hosting is up to 20 points na siya. Now this, share ko lang sa inyo, medyo naging mahaba yung namin dito sa NB. For the National Convention kasi, it's required before is the 2019 president dapat in attendance for you to get platinum. So there are other RVPs who argued na what if yung si club presidents tamad, hindi naman nag-attend, ganyan. So ang ginawa na is if there's i-accept pa rin if LO 2019 or outgoing president is present, or there was a chief delegate with applicable chief delegate form of same points na 15 points. And if the incoming president, so that's you presidents, lang ang umattend, you only get 10 points. So question is, what if pareho kayong umattend? So si 2019 lang i-report niya. So yun. So the incoming LO president attendance to NATCON is just a backup for those who had problems.
So it's or. It's not
It's
and.
or.
Yeah.
It's or.
That's moving forward, starting with us. Tama?
Yes.
Okay, so same pa din yung yung before na si club ang titingnan.
Hindi,
Sa
yun
fair
lang.
namin.
So outgoing. Because dapat 2019 president din.
Okay.
So yun nga. So if yung outgoing no, wala, pwede pa rin basta umattend ka. Or may chief delegate na pinatala. Tapos for the members, so for example, si club president naman umattend. So you only need 1 member. Because the idea for the NATCON PEA is you should earn or get 20 points in total. So if you will see 15 points kapag outgoing or chief delegate, 10 points kapag incoming. So that would mean you will have to send 2 members pa, dapat may 2 members pang kasama ikaw nung NATCON to get platinum. Kasi the total is dapat 20 points. So here, so minimum of 2 members needed if the outgoing president is not in attendance. So kung chief delegate lang siya or yung income. There. Kailangan medyo mahaba-habang discussion namin sa end. Any questions? Here. So this one, instead of the global partnership, ito na yung ating